Abortion in this video is defined as a deliberate termination of a human pregnancy. Now, in the United States of America, there are several legal actions that have been taken over the years, such as Roe v. Wade, Doe versus Bolton, Webster v. Reproductive Health Services, Planned Parenthood versus Casey, Gonzalez versus Carhart, and so on and so forth. Those are some of the bigger ones that took the Supreme Court of the United States, and of course most people, well, I should say most people should know the Hyde Amendment. That's been an act for years, which bars the use of federal funds to pay for abortions. And right now there's I believe Biden, our president Joe Biden, has said that he no longer supports the Hyde Amendment, which is very concerning because I don't believe American people should be paying taxes to support abortions for people on Medicaid and Medicare, but that's another point. I'm not trying to argue about that in this video. In this video, I'm just saying that abortion is morally wrong. The deliberate termination of a human pregnancy is ethically wrong, and elective abortions, those that are intentionally acted upon by mothers and doctors, those are morally wrong. That's the killing of an innocent child, an innocent human being. It doesn't matter if he's been born or not, if he or she has been born or not, because life begins at conception. I mean, I don't know how anyone can argue that life begins at birth, or life begins when the heartbeat begins. When the sperm and the egg meet, that's when life begins. There's no other way around it. I have been reading a little bit about abortion recently. I'm going to share something from Randy Alcorn's book, Pro-Life Answers to Pro-Choice Arguments. I like what he says here. He says, "I've been introduced as being pro-life, but I want to make clear that I'm really pro-choice. I believe that a person has the right to do whatever she wants with her own body. It's none of our business what choice she makes, and we have no right to impose our morals on others. Whether I like someone's choices or not is irrelevant. She should have the freedom to make her own choices." Yes, I'm pro-choice. That's why I believe every man has the right to rape a woman if that is his choice. After all, it's his body, and neither you nor I have the right to tell him what to do with it. He's free to choose, and it's none of our business what choice he makes. We have no right to impose our morals on him. Whether I like the choice or not, he should have the freedom to make his own choices. And I really like that. That's on page 110 of Randy Alcorn's book, because it really makes you think about giving somebody a choice. I mean, I hope everybody watching this video would say that giving a man a choice to rape any woman he wants to is wrong, and it's my hope that everyone watching this video will agree that abortion is wrong. Killing a child, an innocent child, he or she hasn't even had the chance to get out of the womb, and people are taking his life just to have a better life for themselves. There's no future that way. There's no continuation of the human species with that way of thinking. I mean, I've tried so hard to wrap my mind around the liberals' way of thinking, but I just can't understand how someone can be pro-choice for abortion. It just doesn't make any common sense. Common sense will tell you that abortion is wrong, and I just can't understand. If you want some more reading material, I do recommend this book, Moral Choices by Scott Ray. And this covers not just abortion. This covers all sorts of gun control, abortions, war, several topics in that book. and it's talking about like ethical choices you have to make on moral issues, and it's very interesting. He has at least a couple chapters about just about abortion and why it's ethically wrong, and I do like to read Randy Alcorn in that other book that I put up first. It has some like it goes through the arguments that pro-choice people use, and then it gives kind of a counter argument to that, which I thought was very informative. I mean, just some things that, common sense tells me that abortion is wrong, the killing of an innocent life is wrong, but it's really, really interesting to read about the arguments that he uses to counter those arguments for abortion. So that's my thoughts for today, that life begins at conception, and there is no way that we can make a deliberate termination of a human pregnancy morally right.